Hi, welcome to Lifestyle Series with Winifred. Look at my audience, they're fabulous. We're going to have inspirational moments with the audience and our guest today. Today we're honoring my mom's birthday. My mom would have been 73 years old today. And I'm going to tell you a little bit. My mom was really great. She was a Cancerian. She was a very perceptive woman, and she gave a lot to her children, like all moms do. They really go out for their children. You're special. And I remember the words that I had with my mom like 2 years before she died. We sat at the dining room table, and she said, "Winifred, you're going to do great things in life." She said, "I might not be here to see it, but you're going to do great things as you get older. You weren't meant to have great success when you were younger." I was in a beauty pageant when I was younger. All I focused on was men in college and wine coolers. What a life. My mom used to say to me, "Are you up there just drinking wine coolers and hanging out and going to restaurants? How are your grades?" But she was pretty right. And I think about this show, and I think about my life and where I'm going and my journey and what it's been like. She was born on June 23rd, and she came from a family of 2 children. She was a homemaker all her life. So my dad worked, and he worked 2 and 3 jobs to make sure we had everything we needed. And my mom was always there to support us, you know, and she would come up and take us to lunch once a week at school in New York. I grew up in New York, by the way. And so she was a very special mom. She would write me letters at least once a week. And in my memoirs, I'm going to get them published. One letter that really stood out when I look back at it 2 weeks ago, she said, "Do not relocate anywhere again with $500 and engaged to a man. Be totally independent." At the time that I came out here, I was engaged to a writer who's getting his books published sometime this year, in fact. And he's a very special person. We're still friends. And she said, "Don't travel again just with $500, and don't relocate anywhere unless you have a plan and money. You can't afford to be homeless or anything out in the street." So she said that to me. And I felt that was very special, you know, words of wisdom. And my dad constantly gives me words of wisdom too, you know, and they both do. And they always said, whatever spirit has in mind for you, no one can take. Whatever's going to be good for you is going to happen before you take your last breath on earth. So, you know, so Mom, one of the readings I would like to share with you is from my sister Judy. She's in Las Vegas, and she wrote this little poem about my mom, and it was special, called "My Rock." "You were always there for me, urging me on. You instill in me the power to be strong. In this world you can't be weak if you are to survive. I know that life is full of ups and downs, and I used to think I would always have you around, but you're not. As we get older, there are challenges we have to face. I'm facing the hardest one now, the loss of my mother, a real treasure. Lady was a treasure to me and will always be. There is no love more special than that of a mother. She was my mother, my rock," by Judy Elam. I like that. You like that?